We only needed one more guy. We only needed the guy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. My name is Paul. This is the Basketball Show, where I talk today's NBA, current events, news, players, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by that. So, today we're diving into one of the biggest what were they thinking moves of the last decade in the NBA. The LA Clippers trading Shai Alexander for Paul George. Now, back in July 2019, this deal seemed like a calculated risk, right? The Clippers were trying to land Kawhi Leonard fresh off a championship with the Raptors. And Kawhi had one demand before signing: get me another superstar. So what do the Clippers do? They throw the whole kitchen sink at OKC for Paul George. And I mean the whole kitchen. Maybe not just the sink, the kitchen. The plumbing, the fridge, 5 first-round picks, Danilo Gallinari, and a rookie named Shai Alexander. Now, at the time, most of the league thought, okay, this might be what gets the Clippers over the hump. They already had a gritty, overachieving core. Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Pat Beverly was there, and they had just taken the Warriors to 6 games. They weren't supposed to win that series, but they fought like hell. So all they needed pretty much was one main guy. And here is where it gets messy. According to Pat Beverly himself, you saw a snippet in the beginning. I'm going to show you a little bit more of his comments in a second. But according to Pat Beverly himself, the Clippers weren't even trying to move Shai. But Kawhi had leverage. He wasn't signing unless Paul George was coming with him. So the Clippers blinked. They made the trade. Now let's pause here and remind ourselves this is not a Paul George hate fest, okay? PG is a phenomenal player, don't get me wrong. But he's not Shai Alexander, not anymore at least. Now fast forward to today, and Shai isn't just an all-star. He is a legit MVP caliber player. He just helped OKC to their first NBA title alongside Jalen Williams, who, by the way, was drafted with one of the Clippers' surrendered picks. The irony, right? Now, Alexander might not be liked by everyone due to his style of play, and as many call it, he's foul baiting a lot of times. But who's liked by everybody? I mean, he's got the style he's got, and that's pretty much it. Now, let me show you what he was doing for the Clippers, and then what happened when he went to OKC after that trade. So let me talk about some stats here, okay? 1 second. All right, so as I'm looking at his statistics, he was drafted in 2018. He played only 1 season for LA Clippers. Out of 82 games, he played all 82 games his first season. He started 73, played about 26.5 minutes a game. His field goal percentage as that kind of a player was 48% almost, so it was good. His three-point percentage was 37. Free throws at 80%. I mean, he was great. He was 6th in Rookie of the Year voting. Okay, so that was for the Clippers. Then he got traded to OKC. His point average for the Clippers, I forgot to say, was 10.8 in his first season. He gets traded to OKC, and he plays 70 games. He starts 70 games. His minutes went up by 8 minutes a game to 34.7, but his scoring went up to 19 a game. 19 a game. His free throws stayed at 80%, no problem. His three-pointers went down slightly to 34.7, and his field goal stayed about the same, 47%. But now we get his 3rd season and the 2nd season in OKC, and that's where I think the biggest move for him happened. His average jumped by 4.7 points, so that's not a huge difference in 2020, 2021. But he played 33.7 minutes, so he played less minutes than the season before, but still scored 4 more points. 5 more points almost. Now, he has 51% from the field, so he's become a much more efficient scorer. Then his 3-point percentage jumps to 42% a game. 5 attempted, 2 made. It just went crazy from that. His free throws completely stable at 80%. His assists went up to 6 a game. He just became much better, much more consistent. And every single year after that, he kept improving. And in 22-23, he's averaging over 30. 23-24, he's averaging over 30. 24-25, he's averaging 32.7. So that was his journey after he got, traded from the LA Clippers. And it was worth mentioning because, the Clippers partially were forced to trade him because Kawhi, had the leverage for them to push them to trade him for Paul George. But they knew they had a good player. They just didn't give him a chance. He was 20 years old at the time.
I think it was Kawhi too. I think coming in, you get these star guys. I think they think they need more help than what they really need. Outside looking in, Kawhi probably didn't know the makeup of our team. And honestly, after that year, we took Golden State 6 games with starting 2 rookies. We only needed one more guy. We only needed the guy. The guy added with Gallinari, Shea, Sham, me, Lou, Trez. We was happy as fuck. Damn, we got Paul George too. This gonna be even more crazy. We were just thinking man, we get one main guy, it's a wrap next year.
Now back to the Clippers. They let Paul George walk away in free agency. They didn't win a title. Kawhi, bless his quad muscles, has barely been on the floor consistently. And they're left watching SGA become the face of the new generation on another team's jersey. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It was highway robbery. Nobody could have known, but there were signs of it. There were signs of it. OKC should pretty much send the Clippers a thank you card every single June. And don't forget, this wasn't just about SGA as well. The Clippers also gave up Danilo Gallinari. He was a legit 20-point scorer at the time. 5 first-round picks. 5. And 1 pick swap. That's more future than the Terminator trilogy. And for what? A couple of second-round exits. 1 blown 3-1 lead. And a lot of load management. Now, Pat Beverly said it best. They only needed one guy. Kawhi plus the existing core was probably enough. But the demand for a second star forced the Clippers to mortgage their future. And now we're all watching that future drop 30 points a night in OKC. Now, meanwhile, the Clippers still don't have a championship. And they're entering a very uncertain era. PG is gone. Kawhi's health is a coin flip from season to season. James Harden, let's just say he's still chasing that elusive ring. OKC, on the other hand, is young, loaded with draft picks, and has a top 5 player who hasn't even hit his prime yet. Now, you can't predict injuries. I understand that. You can't predict chemistry. But what you can predict is regret. And right now, the Clippers are swimming in regret. So what's the lesson here? Sometimes chasing the shiny superstar isn't worth giving up the steady, reliable rising star. SGA was the kind of player you build around. He was really good his first season. The players coming into the NBA, they really show you what they can do in their second season. But he was already doing pretty good in the first. Now, the Clippers had him, and they let him go because they got greedy. They thought they could fast track a title. Now, you know what they say? The shortcut is usually the longest road. For the Clippers, the road still doesn't lead to a parade. Now, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, what Pat Beverly said, and this whole trade and all that. Just wanted to kind of bring that up. I saw that story. Was SGA trade the worst in Clippers history? Because they've had a lot of shitty moves, you could say. Now, would Kawhi have still won with just that original 2018-19 roster? Because that was a pretty damn good roster. They had a good chemistry. They played good. They were tough. Adding Kawhi might have just pushed them right over the line. And how scary is OKC's future? Now drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and if you're a Clippers fan, maybe just look away. Now until next time, I'm Paul. This is The Basketball Show, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.